All right. Hello there. It's been a long time coming. So we're finally at the final section of this very, very lengthy narrative. So we're just gonna write the conclusion, and we'll wrap things up. But it's definitely been a bit. Holy shit, it's been a bit. But besides that, I'm very happy with the way this came out. Let's get right to it, and we'll yap as we go on. So let's go. All right. All right. Start this off strong. Isolation isn't just about being physically alone. Because it shapes how we, the players, think, feel, and react. Well, we'll just say character. Yeah, character. Thinks, reacts, and feels. Resident Evil 4, in both versions of Resident Evil 4, Leon, Leon moves. He moves from a rural accent. Accents are terrible at times. Rural village to a derelict castle. No, derelict sprawling castle. Sprawling sounds better. Sprawling castle, and finally to a violent stronghold. 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 We're just gonna type, and we'll read everything off later. Okay. I know what to do. So let's talk about how each location varies in isolation. So each location tests his isolation differently. All right, it's gonna be. This might be on a case by case basis, and it's all about opinion. But I'll kind of use my own opinions about how I would feel in that situation. Because again, Leon's a Chad. Uh, the village, he's by himself. Besides, yeah, the village needs him socially cut off. Where's everybody going? Bingo. That can actually fucking spell. All right, now the castle. How is he in the castle? Still by the castle kind of feels claustrophobic in a sense. Like it's massive, but it's not. It's massive, but everything just feels tight. Yeah, claustrophobic solitude. Yeah, claustrophobic solitude. Yeah, It's still like the craziest castle imaginable. Y'all have a legitimate rail system within the castle for transportation, and you have lava. Sure. Resident Evil 4 was a mood. Hmm. I need to figure out how I want to word this though. The castle gives off a sense of claustrophobic solitude. Yeah, and I totally with that. Got the O, the H actually. So what about? Well, the island's easy because they're just literally just cut off. Well, you're disconnected from the world, from the rest of the world. I already said cut off. Let's say disconnected. And this mirrors the Minotaur because Leon's environment that he goes through is part of the isolation. Oh, I can word that good. Give me a second. Because the environment that Leon goes through, well, it can be used for like everybody, but the environment becomes like an agent of isolation, which is similar to the labyrinth. Yeah, I can use that for everything. Actually, let's do it like this. It's the labyrinth. Labyrinth players that spell labyrinth wrong again. Guarantee you. Oh, thank God I got this right. Mirror this progression. Because the environment becomes an active agent of isolation, just like the labyrinth. Yeah, okay, we can do that. I was about to fuck that up. The labyrinth itself. The labyrinth reflects. It's good. Environment itself becomes an active agent of isolation. I'm on page 10, so this is definitely gonna be like at least the 20-minute video. Wow. The Minotaur is always going to be at the end of the labyrinth, so the danger. Parallels. I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot because now I have to do it for both either cases. Yeah, I have to actually do that. Fuck. That's fine. All right, this will be a very lengthy conclusion then. And I spelled that wrong because, of course, I spelled that wrong. Parallels. The ever-present threat lurking just out of Leon's sight. Yeah, there we go. The ever-present. Okay, there we go. Excuse me. So Silent Hill F. Well, yeah, Silent Hill F and Yurei work pretty well together. So Silent Hill F is more personal, definitely more personal. Isolation is more personal. Yeah. Hinako's Hinako's experiences. Hinako's experiences show how be no solitude. Show how solitude interacts. Who the fuck? Even when I'm off duty, I'm on duty. The gag the gag continues on. What time is it? All right. All right, whatever. Sorry about that. Well, I'm sure I thought. So Hinako's experiences show how solitude interacts with vulnerability. Hmm. Her limited connections. Her limited connections. Broken family dynamics. Cause oh my god, her family, her dad's an ass, and her mom just like put up with it. Um, broken family dynamics. Uh, and the overall, I guess the overall like setting of the damn town too. Yeah. Okay. And we'll say it's not rural, but we'll just say what's a good word? What's a good cinnamon. I'll worry about that later. All right, I'll just say rural again. Yeah, because the rural setting intensifies the feeling of being. Damn it, work. The rural setting intensifies the feeling of being unseen and unheard. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that works. What was that? Yeah. And yep, because this is gonna parallel the Rie. Here, the Yurei myth ties in. Remember, Yurei are they're not Oreos. Oreos are like a subsection of Yurei. Yurei is just your generic Dosto in Japan. Yeah, that's why. So you're because they're trapped between the living and the dead. It's ooh. There's this. Okay, I gotta word that's very. I have a thought. I gotta word it in a specific way. Excuse me. Okay, you're trapped between worlds. Hinako, Hinako is caught. Hinako is caught between the boundaries of her mind. Yeah, between the between the boundaries of her mind and the surrounding society. Isolation isn't just external; it's internal. Isn't just external; it's deeply internal. We'll put more emphasis on that. It's deeply internal. Now Silent Hill. Five Nights at Freddy's. Security breach ruin. How will I bullshit my way into this one? Because this one's the dark horse. All right. Finally, finally in we'll just say security breach ruin. Finally in security breach ruin. Cassie's journey to Plex. It's a Plex. Because all right, Cassie is alone. Freddy, Gregory has glamour Freddy like 80% of the game. Yeah. We're not gonna talk about glamour Freddy's AI. strips away the illusion of strips away the illusion of companionship. If I can actually spell. Safety and companionship. Yeah. Am I gonna be cheeky? Ugh. Uh, charred remains. Emphasizes. I cannot spell tonight. I'm such. I cannot. I cannot tonight. The charred remains of the pizza flex emphasizes abandonment. Once vibrates. Once vibrate. No. Yeah, we'll do it this way. Oh, I'm gonna do it funny. Now mirrors Fenrir's restrained power. Yeah, restrained power. Because danger is present. Danger is present, but it's delayed. Like we know, well, Cassie doesn't know, but we, the player, knows things are about to go down. We know the and I quote destroy Glamrock animatronics are on the loose. Just definitely destroyed. Okay. So danger is present, but it's delayed. Yeah, but delayed. Yeah, delayed. I'm gonna actually find a quote. I haven't. I actually don't even have a quote for this right now. Throughout this narrative, I'll find one later. Throughout this narrative, throughout this narrative, we've learned that isolation. Yeah, that isolation forces characters and players alike to confront absence. Absence, yeah. The absence of the absence of certainty. Certainty, safety, and witnesses. We come to the realization. We come to the realization. To the realization. No, no. It's dark reality. No. Damn it. All right. And so, and so, we must ask. And so we must ask. And so we must ask. And so we must ask. When the world moves on, when the world moves on, when the world moves on and leaves you behind, and leaves you behind, what does it mean to truly survive? Yeah, there we go. I might have to add like a couple more sentences, but let me see what I have, and then we'll see. I'm gonna Saturday in a couple of days. I'm gonna start actually like recording stuff because I gotta play through Security Breach again so I can get footage. But Saturday I'll start dubbing this. But tomorrow I think we got a good conclusion so far. Just might have to add a couple extra lines just so it flows better towards the end. Isolation isn't just about being physically alone. It shapes the way character. Whoops. Yeah, it shapes the way the character thinks, reacts, and feels. In both versions of Resident Evil 4, Leon moves from a rural village to a sprawling castle. Sprawling is a good word to use there. And finally, an island stronghold. Stronghold. Each location tests his isolation differently. The village leaves him socially cut off. The castle gives off a sense of claustrophobic solitude, and the island gives off the sense of being disconnected from the outside world. The myth of the Minotaur and the Labyrinth mirror this progression. The Labyrinth reflects the way the environment itself becomes an active agent of isolation, while the danger of the lurking Minotaur parallels the ever-present threat waiting just outside Leon's sight. In Silent Hill F, isolation is more personal. Hinako's experiences show how solitude interacts with vulnerability. Her limited connections, broken family dynamics, and rural setting intensifies the feeling of being unseen and unheard. Here, here, the Yurei myth ties in. They are trapped between worlds. Hinako's caught between the boundaries of her mind and the surrounding society. Isolation isn't just external, it's deeply internal. Finally, in Security Breach Ruin, Cassie's journey through the destroyed Pizzaplex strips away the illusion of safety and companionship. The charred remains of the Pizzaplex emphasizes abandonment. The Pizzaplex, once vibrant, now mirrors Fenrir's restrained power. Danger is present, but delayed. Throughout this narrative, we've learned that isolation forces characters and players alike to confront absence, the absence of certainty, safety, and witnesses. And so we must we must ask, when the world moves on and leaves you behind, what does it mean to truly survive? I need a couple extra sentences. I'll go meditate on it. We'll figure it out. But for the most part, I would say we're at 10 pages. This is done. I just gotta do my last editing of this, read it over a few times, and see if I need to make adjust anything else. But good stuff. It's been a month and a half of this, and I do apologize because this shoulder injury, which I found out what it is, it's actually tendonitis without a tear and excess amount of fluid in my AC joint, which is the little gap between your shoulder and the collarbone over here. So yeah, I gotta get that fixed. So I do apologize. This was taking a while to actually get done, but I was kind of like limited. But anyways, Saturday I'll start recording this. I just gotta finish getting the actual game footage because I gotta play through stuff. But we're good. I'm assuming this might be out by the 10th, probably, maybe. We'll see. Anyways, good stuff. Thank you for the people that stopped by and watched the VODs. We'll get this out eventually, but we are finally done with the narrative. I'll add more stuff later. All right. Anyways, take care, and we'll see y'all later.